Hi everyone, GM Adiera here. I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of Crown of the Gods tutorial today. When you first log into the game, you get this guy and he is going to help you through your tutorial. The first thing he wants you to do is click on something and move the map around. You can do that by just holding down your left mouse button. You can move the whole city around. You can zoom it in and out with either your mouse wheel or this slider bar here. As you can see, you can go quite a ways in, quite a ways out. I like mine somewhere right in here. Easiest to see. So then you're going to continue. This is your wall. It looks like a wood fence. Again, continue. Your basilica is right here in the middle. These are your resources. You have wood, stone, iron, and food. The first thing that they want you to do is build a forester hut. Now all these resource nodes in your city give bonuses to these buildings. So you're going to want to find a spot that has the most resource nodes touching the tile that you want to build on. So this one has 3, 4. This one has 2, 3. That would be 2. That would be 2. So I'm going to go with the one that would be 4 right here. And I'm going to come over here to the build menu. And I'm going to click that. And I'm going to click build. And if you click out of that, you can see how much time is in your build queue. And once that's done, then you continue with your tutorial. And it'll show you that you're making more wood per hour. And it gives you a reward. And now it wants 2 more. So I'm going to go with this spot that had 3. And this spot that had 3. And we're going to click continue. And you get little rewards as you go here. And then we're going to make a cabin. So I'm going to pick a spot right here that touches all 3 buildings. And I'm going to build that. And what your cabins do is they increase your construction speed. And that you will note is right here. And you get this little tooltip pop up. And it'll give you your base, which is 100. Your research bonus construction speed and your loyalty bonus construction speed. Your base construction speed is what goes up when you build cabins. And now it wants you to make a storehouse. So I'm going to pick a spot that really doesn't have any resource nodes in the way. And I'm going to make my level 1 storehouse. Now if I look up here, that has increased my storage capacity from 2,000 to 5,000. And I'm going to continue. Now it wants us to build the basilica up to level 2. And that is a really short build. And as you can see, that gives me 10 more buildings that I can build. And now we're going to do stone mines. So again, back to the resource nodes, this is going to give 4, this would give 4, 5. So I'm going to build this right here. Continue. As you can see, now I'm going to build the wall. This one takes a little bit longer. Now everybody's first city is going to be on water, so you're going to have this little harbor down here. And everybody gets the same amount of basic resource nodes in their city, no matter where they start, no matter what the terrain is around them. So my wall is done building, and I'm going to continue. And now it wants a hideaway. Now, hideaways get bonuses from these forest nodes. So the more forest nodes you're touching, the more resources are protected under your hideaway. And that means that they can't be plundered during player versus player attacks. And then we're going to continue. And now you can see oh, no, it's going to take a minute for that tooltip. All right, we're going to build a basilica in the meantime. And there's our rewards. As you can see now, I can make 30 buildings total. And these are our lakes right here, and that's the resource node that gives bonuses to farms. And this one looks really nice because there's open space around it, and this is going to give us our bonus fields. Here's your farm estate. We're going to build that. And continue. Now we're going to make the guardhouse. Again, I'm going to choose a spot that doesn't have a lot of resource nodes in the way. So right here's a good spot. I'm going to build that to level 1. And now you can see the hideaway amount. Right now, 1,175 resources of each type are not plunderable by other players. I'm going to continue. Now, city guards, they will help defend your city, but they can't leave your city, so you can't raid or attack with them. And this is where you enlist your troops. troops. And all these windows can be moved around so you can see what you're doing. All right, and I'm going to continue. See, I have my guard building right there. And we want to make 3 guards. And those are going to take a few minutes, but it lets us continue. And now you can see that they'll start eating from here. And this number will reflect how much per hour you're negative or positive on food. And now we're going to build a tower. This is a ranger post and wants a level 1. Again, a little bit longer on this build. And what these do is give a bonus to defense to a certain amount of troops. And what this will do is shield 30 rangers. And this can all be reflected down here in your posts and barricades information. So you can see 30 are covered and get that extra defense. A little reward for that. Now we're going to upgrade the basilica to level 4. And this is going to take a couple of minutes. So real quick, if you ever find yourself losing your tutorial window or quitting by accident, you can reopen it by clicking rewards and then tutorial, and there it is again. And as soon as this is done building, I'll be able to continue here. Now on this build menu, every time you build the basilica level up, you get a new row of buildings that are unlocked. Each row is a level of the basilica, and that's 1 through level 10 here. And we are about to unlock this 4th row here. This here is the coordinates of your city. This is the continent that your city is on. And you can type in any coordinates here that you want, and then you can click find, and it'll take you to that city on region view. And our basilica is done. So we're going to continue. And this is an item. And I've also gone up a title to console. And that happens with the level 4 basilica. To view your items, you click this button. And this is your items window. Now, that arrow is right here. And this is the charisma that you use to spend items. So if I wanted to use this arrow, which gives wood, I would type in how many I want to use, and I would click use, and you see it took 1,000 charisma to use it, and it gave me 5,000 wood. When you rank up through research, your title advanced research, new items become available, and you can see all those with the drop down here. And we're going to continue. And it wants us to build an iron mine. So again, we're going to look for this best spot, and that looks like a good one. That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to build an iron mine. And then we can continue. Now's the fun part. Now we get to make barracks. So relatively node-free here, and I'm going to build a level 1 barracks. Now keep in mind your guards are completely housed in their guard houses. They do not use space in this building, the barracks. And this is going to be the building that allows you to recruit your different types of troops. This particular one is a training grounds, training arena, and they want you to build a level 1. And this training arena allows rangers, vanquishers, and triari. And that's the troop types that you can make with the training arena. We're going to continue. And we're going to open the enlist button again. And we want to make 5 vanquishers. And those are right here. That's what you get with a level 1 training ground, training arena. And those are going to take a few minutes. So then we can close this out and continue. And vanquishers, because they live in barracks, can move outside of the city. That means that they can raid, they can attack. And we're going to find this farm estate, and we're going to build it to level 2 now. Because now we're going to have more troops to feed. And that's going to take a moment. All of these icons here are clickable. This is going to be your food warnings for your food shortages. And when you have a city that's about to run out of food and make your troops start abandoning, this will flash. This is your outgoing attacks. So if you attack somebody, you can see the details here. This is incoming attacks. So if you're being attacked, you would see that here. These are your blessings. This again is your charisma. This is portal stones. This is your gold. And we can continue now. And the starvation rules. After 1 hour without food, 10% of your troops will desert. And that's what this flashy does. Tells you about that. We're going to continue. Now we're going to go out to region view. You see city, you're in city view here. If you click that, it will center your city. This button here does the same thing, this little house. So we're going to go to region. And this is where you see your terrain. And you'll see your caverns. That is a level 1 cavern there. And you can raid these. These are other people's cities. And your own city will have a flag on it. If you're inside that city, it'll show with a little flag. You can change the color of that flag in options. And you can click and drag around region, just like you can in your city. And now we're going to go back to city view and continue. Castles. If you build a castle, that allows you to attack other players from your city, but it also opens you up to being able to be assaulted and sieged. That means that somebody can take your city away from you if they siege with a senator, but it also means you can attack them. And all of this information can be found under game information on the website and the Ashendale archives. And this is about your cavern. This is about your caverns. And you can raid these if you click on the cavern and then raid. And then you can fill in a certain amount. You can raid once until the cavern closes, or you can set up a time that you want to raid until. You can choose until all troops die or troop strength drops below 100% of its starting level. And then you would click raid. And back to city view. And as you attack the caverns, it will progress. It will become harder, but you will get more loot from it. We already talked about the home button. Okay. And you'll start to receive rewards now that we're done with the tutorial. And that's your last little reward from the tutorial. Good luck. Well then, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps out a little bit. One last thing, when you see this big P next to your name, that means you are under new player protection and you can't be attacked. The only thing that drops this within that week is if you build a castle in your city. Then you are no longer under new player protection. You can open your name here, or you can hover and get all of your information. And you can change your avatars here. Of course, I'm female. So, and you can play around with the outfit colors and hair color, and they're neat. And with that, I'm going to sign off, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks all.